Okay. So, as I was saying, an example for this might be, for this one right here, might be 1 to the first power and then 2 to the first power, right? If that's the case, and we're multiplying them, what you can do is do 1 times 2 in parentheses and then bring it to the first power. Or if you want, you can just, multiply straight through. 1 to the first power, that's 1. 2 to the first power is 2, and then 1 times 2 is 2. So the answer would be 2. Or if you want to change it to this to make it easier for you, it would be 1 times 2, which is 2, and then bring it to the first power, and it's 2 again. And then we also have the property for in cases that you may be dividing. So you might have different bases. That it might be different numbers, but they're both to the same power. They have the same exponents. If that's the case, then you can change it up and write it this way. So let's say we have 1 to the first power over 2 to the first power, all right? Then we can change it to 1 over 2 in parentheses and then to the first power. And basically that's just 1/2, all right? Or you can, like I said earlier, you can just work through it too. Well, 1 to the first power is 1, so that's 1 on top. And then 2 to the first power is 2. And then you got 1/2 right away. For this situation here, we have 4 to the 7th power and then to the first power. So we're going to use this property right here. Let me use a different color. We're going to use this property. All right. So basically that turns into 4 and then to the power of 7 times 1. So what's 7 times 1? 7. All right. So the answer should be 4 to the 7th power. All right. And the answer is correct. Step. Now, I definitely recommend using notes to help you with this, just in case you need the properties with you. Please write down some notes or have it somewhere so that you can look at it as you solve. All right, so in this situation, we have 2 to the 3rd power times 2 to the 2nd power. So I know we have the same base, all right? So we have 2. Because we have the same base and then the exponents are different, it doesn't matter. I'm multiplying, so all I have to do is add the exponents. So 3 plus 2, and that is 5. All right, so my answer should be 2 to the 5th power. All right, for the next one, we have 9 to the 5th power and then to the 7th power. So this one is different. Remember that you might have situations where you have an exponent to an exponent. If that's the case, you have to multiply the exponents, all right? So in this case, I would do 5 times 7, and 5 times 7 is 35, all right? Don't get tricked. All right, do not turn it into a fraction. It only turns into a fraction if it's a negative exponent. All right, but it's not. Oops, I forgot to click it. Only true. Okay. All right, and then this one is very similar to the other one that I just did. Again, we have the same base, so it stays the same. All right, and it's not going to be a fraction. And then since we're multiplying it, we're just going to add the exponents. 2 plus 4 is 6. So that's this one. Do not multiply the exponents. Which expression is equivalent to 10 to the 4th and then 8 to the 4th? All right. So for this one, we will be looking at changing it up. All right. So since they have the same power, I'm just going to multiply the bases together and then bring it to the 4th power. So basically that's 80 to the 4th power. Oh, and I gotta be fast because it's gonna die.